Avoid lifestyle creep. Just because you earn more doesn't mean you should spend more. Have you ever noticed how, as your income grows, your expenses seem to grow right along with it? That's called lifestyle creep. When you start spending more just because you can, not necessarily because you need to. It's one of the sneakiest enemies of personal finance because it can quietly drain your savings, delay your financial goals, and leave you living paycheck to paycheck, even with a bigger salary. In today's video, we'll explore how to recognize lifestyle creep, why it's so dangerous, and most importantly, how to avoid it so that every raise or bonus actually works for you, not against you. And to make this real, I'm sharing a detailed case study of someone who caught themselves in the trap and turned it around. What is lifestyle creep? Lifestyle creep, also called lifestyle inflation, happens when your spending increases as your income increases. Common behaviors: upgrading to a luxury car after a raise, moving into a bigger apartment or buying a house that stretches your budget, eating out more frequently or splurging on gadgets and fashion. The problem? Your financial goals stall because extra income just fuels higher expenses. Why is lifestyle creep so dangerous? 1. You might feel richer but actually save less over time. 2. Harder to build emergency funds or invest consistently. 3. Creates a cycle of keeping up with the Joneses mentality. 4. Can lead to debt if expenses outpace income growth or stop growing altogether. Signs you're experiencing lifestyle creep. 1. Your savings rate hasn't changed or has dropped despite a pay raise. 2. You find yourself needing to budget more tightly just to keep up. 3. You're living paycheck to paycheck even though you earn more. 4. You justify every new purchase because I deserve it or I've earned it. How to avoid lifestyle creep. Practical tips. 1. Automate savings. First, as soon as you get a raise or bonus, increase your automatic savings or investment contributions before adjusting spending. 2. Create a conscious spending plan. Decide intentionally where your money goes rather than spending impulsively. Give yourself permission to upgrade a little, but within limits. 3. Set clear financial goals. Whether it's early retirement, buying a home, or building a business, keep your goals front and center to resist temptation. 4. Track your spending regularly. Use budgeting apps or spreadsheets to see where your money goes each month. Awareness is key. 5. Practice gratitude and contentment. Appreciate what you have instead of chasing what you don't. Mindset plays a huge role. Case study. Rachel's journey to overcoming lifestyle creep. Rachel is a 29-year-old software engineer living in Seattle. Over the past 5 years, her income has steadily increased, from $60,000 a year starting salary to $110,000 today thanks to raises and promotions. When Rachel started, she was diligent about budgeting, saving, and investing. But as her income rose, she began to notice subtle changes. Upgraded her smartphone every year. Started dining out almost every weekend instead of cooking at home. Leased a luxury car instead of buying a used one. Took frequent weekend trips to pricey destinations. At first, it felt like she was rewarding herself for her hard work. But the problem was, her savings rate dropped from 25% of her income to under 5%. The wake-up call. Rachel's turning point came during a casual chat with a coworker who had just bought a house debt-free. Rachel realized she wasn't making any progress toward her own big goals, despite earning nearly double what she made 5 years ago. She dug into her finances and found she spent $60,000 of her income in year 1 as compared to $110,000 spent in year 5, which highlighted a high percentage increase in her income spending. Rachel's strategy to fix lifestyle creep. 1. Automated savings reset. She set her savings automation back to 25% of her income before spending anything extra. 2. Budget makeover. Rachel created a simple monthly budget with limits for dining, travel, and gadgets. Lower than her current spending but still realistic. 3. Delayed gratification. For big purchases, she introduced a 30-day rule. If she still wanted it after 30 days, she could consider buying. 4. Mindset shift. She started journaling about her goals, home ownership, early retirement, financial independence, to remind herself why she's resisting impulse buys. 5. Accountability partner. Rachel shared her goals and progress with a close friend, adding motivation and social accountability. The results? After 1 year, savings rate back to 25% of income. Monthly discretionary spending reduced by 40% without feeling deprived. Built an emergency fund of 6 months' worth of expenses. Started investing for a down payment on her first home. Felt more control, less financial stress, and more satisfaction from meaningful spending. Rachel's reflection: lifestyle creep is sneaky. At first it felt like I was just living my best life, but it slowly turned into stress and anxiety because my goals kept getting pushed further away. The hardest part was being honest with myself and admitting I was the problem. Now, every time I get a raise, I see it as an opportunity to boost my future, not just upgrade my phone or car. It's empowering to take control instead of letting my spending control me. Case study 2. Marcus, 30, the silent creep. Marcus, now 30, works as a software engineer in Atlanta. When he landed his first full-time job at 23, he was making $60,000 a year. Back then, he lived with 2 roommates, drove a used car, and packed his lunch most days. He wasn't rich, but he was careful. He was saving around 15% of his income, investing in his 401k, and had even started a small emergency fund. His budget was tight but manageable, and he felt proud of being financially responsible. The career climb. Over the next 7 years, Marcus got promotions and raises, steadily moving from $60K to $135,000 a year by age 30. That's more than double his starting salary. But here's what else changed during those years. He upgraded to a luxury apartment, $2,300 a month, no roommates. Bought a new car, $42,000 with a monthly payment of $680. Subscribed to 5+ streaming platforms, started eating out 3 to 4 times a week, took 2 to 3 international trips per year, added a cleaning service, premium gym membership, and upgraded his phone every year. He didn't make any massive purchases all at once. It was death by 1,000 upgrades. Each one felt like a treat or a deserved reward. I kept telling myself, I'm earning more, so I can afford this now. And technically, I could, but I never stopped to ask if I should. The wake-up call. One night, Marcus checked his savings account out of curiosity. He was shocked to see that despite earning well into 6 figures, his savings had barely grown in the last 2 years. His investments were underfunded, and he was still living paycheck to paycheck, just with nicer stuff. I realized I had become someone who looked rich, but wasn't actually building wealth. He calculated that over the last 18 months he had received around $20,000 in raises, but had saved none of it. Every extra dollar had quietly vanished into lifestyle upgrades. His turnaround plan. Marcus didn't go minimalist or drastically slash his lifestyle, but he strategically rolled back the excess, refinanced his car loan to lower monthly payments, moved into a slightly smaller apartment, saving $500 a month, canceled unnecessary subscriptions and dining apps, set up automated transfers. 25% of every raise now goes directly to a high-yield savings account. Committed to investing 15% of his income consistently. He also implemented a new rule: if I upgrade something, I downgrade something else, or I invest the equivalent amount. The results, 1 year later? Increased monthly savings by $1,200. Built a $14,000 emergency fund. Increased retirement contributions to max out his employer match. Still travels and enjoys life, but within a more conscious framework. Most importantly, Marcus feels better. Why this topic resonates. Lifestyle creep is one of the most overlooked threats to financial freedom because it disguises itself as rewarding yourself or living well. But by recognizing it early, committing to intentional spending, and automating savings, anyone can protect their financial future, no matter how much their income grows. Thanks for watching. If you're earning more but don't feel richer, lifestyle creep could be the reason. If this video helped you rethink your money habits, please hit like and subscribe. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep that counts. See you next time.